Today we're going to play Are You Smarter Than a Leftist? So, if someone hops over your fence in your backyard, puts up a tent, do you ask them to leave or give them $450,000?
Ask them to leave?
That's right.
See? Even kids get it. So why can't the left?
Unfortunately, they're not very bright.
This A-list actor admits he's struggled with thoughts of killing his own dad. Actress Dakota Johnson called cancel culture an effing downer and says it's gotten way out of hand. I have even more juicy scoop on Kim K and Pete Davidson. And Glenn Beck has a theory about voters. It's called the Joe Rogan effect. I'll tell you about it, and you can tell me if you agree or not. And also, should women get paid time off from work if they have an abortion? We're discussing that in the Freak of the Week. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. You may not know this, but Will Smith had a complicated childhood. And no, I'm not making a joke about moving to Bel Air.
Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
Growing up, his dad went to every game, every recital, every play he ever starred in, but he was also a violent alcoholic who once punched his mother so hard in the head that she started to spit up blood. In an excerpt from his new memoir titled Me, he says that he seriously thought about killing his own dad to avenge his mother. In 2016, his dad was dying and Will was taking care of him. He wrote that one night, as I delicately wheeled him from his bedroom toward the bathroom, a darkness arose within me. The path between the two rooms goes past the top of the stairs. As a child, I'd always told myself that I would one day avenge my mother. I paused at the top of the stairs. I could shove him down and easily get away with it. As the decades of pain, anger, and resentment coursed, then receded, I shook my head and proceeded to wheel Daddy-O to the bathroom. Whoa, that's a heavy thing to admit, but I can appreciate his transparency about his past. Will's book comes out next Tuesday on the 9th. What do you think? Will you snag a copy of this?
Vivian, I'm doing it in my feelings challenge.
Dakota, Mr. Gray will cancel you now. Speaking of books, were you ever into 50 Shades of Grey? Actress Dakota Johnson is slamming cancel culture and says that it's a thing she hates because it's an effing downer and that the whole movement is just a major overcorrection because she believes people can change. Dakota has worked with multiple canceled actors, Shia LaBeouf, Armie Hammer, and Johnny Depp. Maybe she's a curse.
I'm about to start crying. I feel like I'm touched by an angel right now. Look.
Oh, there it goes.
Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have gone to a whole nother level. Guess who made the first move? Kim. Kim allegedly asked Pete's publicist for his number after SNL, and sources are saying that this thing between them isn't a one-time thing. Yeah, I'm sure it isn't. I mean, you remember what Ariana Grande said.
I mean, he was really cute, you know? He was really cute.
Yeah.
And it was really big.
They're right, though. It's not a one-time thing. They've already gone to dinner in New York City multiple times this week, including to one of his favorite spots on Staten Island.
Makes me, sick to my stomach.
Apparently, Kim is really worried about all of this negatively affecting Kanye, but I think that ship has sailed. The man's shaved off his eyebrows. If that's not a cry for help, I don't know what is.
I feel bad for the guy.
I love Glenn Beck so much. He's one of the main conservatives I grew up listening to. It's such a great take on his show this week, and it involves a theory he has on Joe Rogan. Listen to this and tell me what you think.
When rappers, Republicans, actors, environmentalists, truck drivers, NBA players, liberals, millionaires, moms, pop stars, sports anchors, comedians, and historians are all on the same team, you're starting to have e pluribus unum. They're starting to stop arguing about the things that don't matter and start standing together for the things that do. I have a name for it. I just made it up. But it's the Joe Rogan effect. The Joe Rogan effect describes the countless Americans that have just come up to a line where they're just not going to cross. Regardless of politics, career, background, anything, they're just like, nope, I'm not going there.
Do you agree? Is this currently happening in America? He always has spicy takes.
I think John McCain would have been worse for the country than Barack Obama. How's that?
Let's be honest, Portland, Oregon could be the freak of the week every week for multiple reasons. But this week in particular, it's because they're offering paid time off to employees who want to grieve their abortion.
I said certified free. 7 days a week.
Portland, Oregon is the first city to offer bereavement leave and paid time off for employees who get an abortion.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That sentence alone seems like a complete oxymoron to me. Public employees will get the same time off for miscarriages or stillbirths as well, which is good. I do agree with that, because those are a loss of a child that you can't control or help. It wasn't something that you wanted or caused. An abortion, though, is the direct, purposeful killing of another human being. That's like a killer asking for time off to go to his victim's funeral. The other thing is, what are you grieving? If it's not a big deal and not even a person yet, as so many pro-choice activists believe, why couldn't you go right back to work the next day?
I mean, if this is that and that is what and what this is what we're talking about.
The thing is, you can tell people it's just a clump of cells or not a person all day long, but you can't sell the lie to the human soul. They know that an abortion severely traumatizes people, but either way you slice it, and yes, you are slicing it because abortion involves the dismemberment of the child in order to remove it piece by piece. It is unbelievably insulting and disgusting to put bereavement for a miscarriage and abortion in the same category. One is a mother whose child was taken from her against her will. One is a mother who purposely wanted to kill her own child. Portland, Oregon is more than the freak of the week. It's a satanic city, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
The future of America is looking grim. Soon we will not own anything and we will rent everything. We're gonna be censored right off the internet, and companies are incentivized right now to do it. China is using companies like BlackRock to buy up all the housing and are sneakily taking over without us even knowing. What am I talking about? It's called the Great Reset. And that isn't a made-up term from conservatives, okay? It's a real thing named by not only the Biden administration, but by the World Economic Forum. And on this week's episode of The Spillover, I invited my friend, Jack Posobiec, and host of one of the top news podcasts in the world, Human Events Daily, to come on and discuss it. This is an episode that will scare the crap out of you, but you'll also feel 10 times smarter after listening. It's an episode you're gonna be texting to everyone you know, like, you gotta listen to this. And it's out now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Just search for The Spillover. And after you listen, be sure to tell me what you thought of it on a 5-star review and subscribe so you don't miss another episode. Don't forget to heart this POPlitics episode. Tell me if you believe in Glenn Beck's Joe Rogan theory, and what do you think of bereavement for women who get abortions in Portland? DM this episode to one pro-life friend, ask if they've heard about this story, and tap the save button. Tonight, I'm speaking at Texas A&M. If you need a last-minute ticket, DM POPlitics. I'll send you that link. We're back Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific with a special episode, What Your Favorite POPlitics Episode Says About You. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. Support POPlitics, the first ever conservative pop culture daily show, by subscribing to our channel, turning on notifications, and of course, hitting the thumbs up. Also, our main home is on Instagram. Seriously, just trust me, that's when the real magic happens. Follow us there at POPlitics.